update. So I figured for these live on the camera 24/7, I will come in and talk a little bit about the puppies first, and then I'm going to move the camera back up top to the training center so you can see a little bit more. So the puppies have been moved. So they were originally in their whelping box, but they officially have their new pen environment potty trained. So that is what these shavings are. So they are 3.5 weeks old already. And at 3.5 weeks old, we are walking, our eyes are to see and hear everything, and we are starting to get teeth. So the development process and everything that we're doing with them starts to really take off just about now. First time yesterday, since they are starting to get teeth, that will give mama a little bit of a break so she's not nursing them so often. They are really going to start growing. Altogether, 1.5 cups of puppy food 3 times a day. So they are eating much more. You will see they're feeding at 11 camera, the whelping camera on there. So we set up the pen. If you were watching the live camera for the last 2 days was all shavings. So we do that to make sure they're nice and comfortable. I'm sorry, and then I can hear myself talking and it's delayed. And I thought I turned it off. So we put the shavings in there to kind of where they need to go to the bathroom. So if we put them on just shavings for 2 days and then we put a blanket down, they'll kind of just naturally seek out the shavings and go to the shaving area nice and clean, which they are already doing. After just like a day or two, they have not really messed up the shavings. So this is also really good exposure for them. Just having the camera in here is like a new sight for them to see it out. I have one just walking behind it, kind of investigating it. Hopefully, if he's looking for a spot to pee, he decides to go into the shavings. So a few other things that we do with the puppies at 3 weeks old. If you saw our post on Instagram, and I think it was on Facebook, is the puppies, we will pick them up and show them new things, whether it's opening the refrigerator, showing them themselves in the mirror, fanning them with something new every single day. So we'll take them on at least 2 walks a day to show them something new, whether it be the stairs or something. You picked up another one? Perfect. Yeah. So we'll do puppy walks with them. They're also starting to get outside of the pen playtime. So we'll move to see who wants to come out and explore the world outside of the pen. They don't really get too far because the floor is a little bit cold, so we'll put pads for the moment. But as they get bigger and braver, and their bodies can withstand it a little bit more, then they will start doing that more frequently. And then eventually we put them in the bigger ones. They're about 5 or 6 weeks old to run around and play and explore and run up and down the stairs. But for now, we're taking it slow. So the puppies are going through, when the puppies are born, they don't really know what fear is. If they hear a loud, sudden sound, they might not even react to it because their bodies just don't understand them. So we can tell when the puppies are going through a fear period because they start to startle when we do different things. So if I throw some more shavings down or if I step on something, you'll kind of see them start to startle, which means that they're going through a fear period. This means that they're extra sensitive to things that could be scary. So we do our best during the next few days, but very, very slowly as to not overly scare them. And this fear period might only last a day, it could last a few days, be more open to experiencing different things. And then we can start showing them more sounds. So when we show them sounds, we will do it. That's when they're having the most fun. So for example, we're probably going to show them the vacuum in a few days. Yeah, you got a lot to say. I just want to put the vacuum on and put it in the pen because that's going to be really scary, but we'll take a few days before we can get there. And what we'll do first is just put the vacuum and hear it, and then gradually bring it closer and closer over a few days until it's in the same room as them. And then maybe eventually we can put them people. So we'll touch the vet exam on them. We'll kind of move their arms around, like move their legs around, open their mouths and touch their face, wiggle their ears, comfortable. So we've only really been doing this for like 2 days. So they are still a little bit fidgety. We try to do it 2 or 3 times a day. So we'll see progress. We're comfortable with it. So we've only really been doing this for like 2 days. So they are still a little bit fidgety. We try to do it 2 or 3 times a day. So we'll see progress. We're comfortable with it. But because we are going to be future service dogs, it is so important that we do as much as we can 4 weeks old. So in the next 4 or 5 weeks, to make sure that they are going to be well-rounded and socialized puppies. So they will be 4 weeks on Sunday. They don't have names yet. We will usually do a naming auction. Which one of these guys we'll be keeping at the moment. But once we do, we will have our puppy naming auction. So please, please, please follow us on Facebook to learn all about that. I know you guys have your favorites, so we love when you guys are a part of that and help name our puppies, as it's their kind of first step to becoming service dogs, is getting their name. So just as a reminder, this will be the patchwork or fabric litter, and we're really hoping for a corduroy. So if anyone wants to name them corduroy, we love that. Yeah, I say. Next week, I'll go over a little bit more of their personalities, just so that you guys can have a better understanding and get some good. Just something that I've noticed, which I don't know if it's like maybe something typical or not, but the black labs tend to be the noisiest. Adults, I find, tend to be the quietest. So I wonder if they just get all they're talking about now, and then they're really good and quiet as adults. But yeah, so that's where we're at. And next week, I'll kind of go over starting to get them. I am going to turn the camera off for about 2 minutes because I have to drive the camera up to the training center, as we do have a pretty large campus. I'll be back in 2 minutes and you guys can watch some things that are going on in the training center. And we will see you next week.